Hey y'all, sorry, as soon as I pressed live, my internet went out. But hello everyone, happy Tuesday, right? It's Tuesday? Yes. Come on in, comment the word Daisy. That'll get you the supply list. We are gonna chalk tonight. Sorry I'm a little tardy. We were messing with this cutout right here. So when y'all pop on, say, hey, let me get this shared over into the broadcast channel and we're gonna get started. I'm gonna show y'all how we can use this transfer as an outline and we can fill this all in with some beautiful colors. So I'm going to show you how we're going to do that. So hit the heart button, share the video, do all the things, but let me get this shared into the broadcast channel really quickly and then we are going to get started. So share. If you're not part of my broadcast channel, make sure that you join because it's going to be the best way to know what's going on over here and when I go live, because I send out a message over there every time I go live. Just 1 second. There we go, which is what I'm doing right now. Okay. All right. So we have this transfer called Raining Daisies. Okay. This is a really, really pretty one. Hi, Sue. And we are going to chalk this. We're going to paint it and then we're going to chalk it again. So I'm going to show you how we're going to do that. So we've got some painting that we've got to do first. So let's go ahead and get that started. I've got my big old trusty paint card over here and let's get going. How is y'all's Tuesday going? We've been busy, but we did sneak away to go have lunch today with Haley and Shelly, but we've been back and we've been cutting and shipping and doing all the things. Hi, Melinda. Hi, Linda. Melinda and Linda are here. All right. So that is done. We're just going to paint this in white. Now, you could totally use your chalk paste to paint everything. I'm going to just use my acrylic paint because that's what I prefer to paint with. But you can paint with your chalk paste. It's totally fine. And here we go. Hi, Stephanie. Hi, Amelia. Amelia, I need to approve your stuff in the group, but your stuff looked beautiful. It looked great. I did not have corn. Oh yeah, it's St. Patty's Day. No, we went and had Mexican food for lunch. We went to Chewy's. Alrighty, we're gonna base coat this in white. And then we are going, hi Ruthie. Thomas is here, I just don't know where he's at. He might be at the computer working. Alrighty. There's a little dried spot. You're welcome. Hi, Darlene. Hi, Anita. Happy Tuesday. Happy St. Patty's Day. I totally forgot it was St. Patrick's Day. I'm not wearing green. Are y'all wearing green? Hi, Pam. Hello. Alrighty. Getting this on here. Now you could do your background color, any color that you want. White is just usually always my go-to. Are you part of the broadcast channel, Miss Janice? I don't know what's going on. I know that's been happening to a lot of people recently. I don't know. Hi, Tammy. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Darlene. Hello. Hi, my friends. How are y'all doing today? All right, getting the base coat of this down. And we're gonna dry this and we're gonna see if it needs another coat, okay? Hi, Dolores, happy St. Patrick's Day. Did you get the message, Janice, in the broadcast channel? Woo, yay. All right, let's dry this. So we have daisies and we have some, I think that's lavender and greenery. So we're gonna paint all of this in, okay? So if you've never seen this done, I'm gonna show you how simple it is. I know, Darlene. Yay, Pam. Ah! Oh my gosh, look what I did. Fingerprints. Hi, Barbara. coat now that I messed it up. All right, let's do one more quick coat. Hi, Cynthia. One more quick coat, and then we should be good to go. Okay, so most of this is going to be painted, but I thought y'all might like this project. So here's the thing. I struggle sometimes finding chalk couture projects because sometimes I'm just so not inspired. When like today, I was scrolling through the chalk website trying to figure out a chalk project to do with y'all. And I just wasn't loving anything. And then this popped up and I was like, okay, we'll do that today. So a lot of times when I don't do chalk projects, it's just because I'm not inspired. I can't think of a cute project to do. You know what I mean? And I love painting the cutouts, but that's why. Because some people ask me, why don't you do chalk? Because sometimes I'm not loving it. You know what I mean? Hi. Hello. One of my favorite movies, Please Don't Eat the Daisy. That's a movie. I've never heard of that movie. All right, let's dry this. I think we're good to go now. We're going to chalk it. We're going to clean the transfer. We're going to paint, and then we're going to chalk again. Okay? So comment the word Daisy, D-A-I-S-Y. That'll get you the supply list, the link to the transfer, and the cutouts. You can also add these to an order if you started an invoice last night. All right, get this completely dry. We're gonna lightly sand it. Hi, Denise, I'm painting the interchangeable basket base. What color do you use for that? I think I use burnt umber. Most of the time when I stain something brown, majority of the time it's burnt umber that I use. Hi, Kathy Hayes. I have not received any of your emails, Miss Linda. But I did cut you because I know you said that you were missing or something broke in your snow globe, so I cut you a new snow globe today. And then I cut you your missing window for your Hello Winter round. Actually, I did that yesterday or Sunday. Okay, we are going to fuzz. We also need to wax, but let's fuzz first, okay? So this is the Raining Daisies transfer. We're going to peel it off the backer, save the backer sheet, but we're going to put it on a fuzz cloth. Okay, you can use a towel, you can use your shirt, but all you want to do is add some lint or fuzz to your transfer. This is called fuzzing. Okay, you want to add a little bit to protect it. Hi, Tracy. I haven't gotten there. I am gonna wax, but this is what I just pulled out first. Okay, so you're gonna fuzz, adding a little lint. That's gonna make it a little less sticky, okay? And then you're gonna want to wax. Now, unfortunately, right now, our wax is out of stock. Here it is. I have no idea, Miss Linda. I have no clue. I've even checked like my junk folder too. I don't know. But I promise you, I'm not ignoring you. I just haven't gotten your emails. If it's easier to send a message to me here on Facebook, you can do that too. Whatever is easiest for you. Oh, thank you, Miss Anita. Miss Anita knows. I'm gonna put that cutout right in the paint. All right, so we wax it, right? So the wax, when you paint a cutout or paint any sort of like surface or wood or something like that, you want to wax because you're going to put a chalk transfer on top and it's going to be sticky. And sometimes, which has happened to us before, the stickiness of the transfer can pull up the paint. So you want to wax and you want to fuzz, okay? Because if this guy sticks too well, like I said, it can pull up the paint, but it can also stick to your surface really well. And if you have to fight to pull it off, you run the risk of stretching this or damaging this, and you don't want that. Yeah, I'm going live. I'm doing a craft event on Saturday. I'll be live on Saturday, I think at 7:15 p.m. I need to look up the name of the group though. I don't have it like right here in front of me. All right, so we're going to push down. Okay. And you can see through the transfer to line up the cutout. Okay. We're going to push down and I'm going to chalk on this. Okay. We're going to chalk in a lighter color. I'm going to use vanilla to chalk. Okay. But then we're going to go back on top and we're going to chalk it in a dark color. Okay. I just said okay like 4 times. Hi, Donna Glaze. Donna Glaze, I got your gift today. Well, maybe not because my vanilla is dry. So let me do this. I'm going to grab a vanilla out of my cart. And I need to remember to, oh, hold on, y'all. Maybe not. We'll just use, well, I'm right here. I'm looking for my vanilla paste that's in here. Vanilla, where are you? I'll be back in just 1 second, y'all. There it is. Okay. I need to remember to pull that out of the Secret Whatnot show that's happening tomorrow. So, if y'all are going to join us tomorrow night, we've got some paste up for grabs. Okay, so I'm going to use vanilla, and I'm going to chalk the whole thing in vanilla, okay? You're really kind of different in the face. What do you mean? Like in a good way or a bad way, Miss Linda? All right. We're going to chalk the whole thing, but we're going to paint it. And this whole thing is going to come to life. I'm going to pick up all that extra paste and kind of just pull it up and use it up here. Yes, Stephanie, I emailed you back before I went live, but yes, they're going to be, there's not going to be any cutouts tomorrow night. It's going to be chalk stuff only. Chalk stuff only tomorrow. And then on Saturday, we'll have a wood cutout live on Saturday morning. Since I can't go live in the evening, since I'm presenting for that craft group, or that craft event, we're going to do our Saturday Whatnot on in the morning. Okay, we're going to peel this up. Okay. And here is what we have. Oh, I know. I'm just messing with you, Miss Linda. Here's what we have. So you're probably like, why do you want to do that? This is going to give us our outline to paint. Okay. So now it's just painting inside the lines the best that you can. So I'm going to put this to the side. We're going to clean this really quickly. Regular water. Okay. And a board eraser. These are finally back in stock. So if you are a chalk person, if you like the chalk stencils and all of that, go grab you some board erasers, because sometimes when these go out of stock, they're gone for a while and you need these to clean your transfers. Okay. So scrub the front, peel it up. Grab a baby wipe. I was just messing with you, Miss Linda. I knew what you meant. Okay, we're going to turn it over and we're going to do the same thing. Spray it with water and scrub the back. And we are going to reuse this transfer again because this little cutout is going to look a little scary for a hot second. But once we chalk it with the dark color, it's going to all come back to life. I feel like I'm looking like constantly. Sorry, y'all. But I cannot. I know I asked you, but I cannot bring up anything and whatnot for tomorrow night. Doreen, you have to have the link. So if you comment the word Daisy, okay? If you the reason why you can't see it is because it's a secret show and you have to have the link. So if you comment the word Daisy, okay, my page is going to send you a message. The very last link in the message, it's going to say RSVP or bookmark our secret whatnot show for tomorrow. Click on that link and it should take you to the show. I have not. Hi, Cheryl. All right. I'm going to put this back on the backer for right now. Okay. And I'm going to put it to the side and we're going to use it again here in a second. So now that I have this out, let me close up my vanilla. I'll drop the link here in just a second too, Miss Doreen. I'm just give me a second. Okay. All right. Let's dry this. There we go. Now that I'm drying, I can share. Here's the link. Hello, Barb. How are you? Okay, there's the link to the Secret Whatnot show. You should be able to click that. It should take you over to Whatnot, and you just need to bookmark. Okay? All right, so now that you can see the outline, we're going to do all of our colors. I'm going to paint everything with my acrylic paint because sometimes with the chalk paste, personally, I think that if it's too dry, it can look a little lumpy and clumpy. So I'm going to use my acrylic paint to paint. And we're going to go in and we're going to use just a regular old paintbrush. I'm going to go in cadmium yellow. Okay, wait. Hold on. Should our daisies, do we want to do those white? What color should our daisies be? Because that's going to determine the color of my rain boots. But I know this is going to be lavender, so I'm going to make that purple. Excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. Bless me. Sorry, y'all. All right. So we're going to go in with a really thin paintbrush and we're going to use the color lavender. Okay. So let me know in the comments what color you think the flower should be. Okay. Oh my word. I needed that. And then this is where you just take your time and you just paint. You just follow the lines. And I promise it's going to look a little crazy. Thank you. It's going to look a little crazy before it's going to look good. Go in here. Because when we go back and chalk on top, it's going to give us all the details. White and pale blue. I have paint on my sleeve. I think that was from, I do. But I have this. I still haven't used it yet. Maybe I'll try that tonight. Maybe I'll try that tonight. And it's okay if it's not perfect. Y'all, it rarely ever is, but it's handmade. Classic white daisies. That's kind of what I was thinking because I wanted to do yellow rain boots. But I didn't know if we wanted to do yellow flowers. So that's why I decided let's paint the purple first. Now let me know in the comments, is this something that y'all have ever tried? So y'all see, I'm just painting right on top of it. And when we go to chalk it again, it's going to bring it all together. I am going to pull this out because sometimes it's a little difficult for me to see where the lines are because they are pretty thin. Pale blue would be really pretty with a yellow center. I feel like I was getting paint all over my face. Would it be the first time? You know, like I said, you could use your chalk paste to do this. You can use acrylic paint. I'm using acrylic paint just because I think it looks a little bit more, not a little bit more better, but it looks a little bit better because sometimes the paste is too dry and then it leaves it kind of clumpy. White daisies, yellow, white daisies, yellow rain boots. Yeah, we're going to definitely do yellow rain boots. But you could do your rain boots whatever color you want. Okay. We're just going to go in and do this. So I know this part is not that exciting, but I promise y'all it's going to look good. It's going to look good. How is y'all's, what, are y'all doing anything for St. Patty's Day? What are y'all having for dinner? I think Miss Sue asked me if I had corned beef. No. I'm anxious to see what this is going to look like with the paint. It's going to look good. I promise it's going to look crazy before it looks good, Miss Linda. It's going to look like, what the heck is all of that? Hi, Rhonda Huff. Y'all, so I told y'all we went and had lunch with Haley and Shelly today, and Haley gave me a big old bag full of finished things that she's painted. So our next big, like, finished piece whatnot show is March 28th. So we have a ton of finished pieces. Traditional corned beef, cabbage, carrots, and potatoes. Nice. I think we're going to go out to eat for dinner because your girl, me, I forgot to submit our grocery order for the week. So, yeah, this is lavender. This is the color lavender. And then for the green, should we go like aloe? Should we go like more of like a pale green or a bright green? And I'm sorry that you just got a message. I don't know what you commented that triggered a message. I apologize. All right. Last little bit right here. I hate to even post this, but I have Miss Linda, girlfriend, you need to sit down and you need to chalk, girl. I think a lot of us are in that same boat. That's okay. McDonald's ate a bowl of oatmeal. McDonald's hubby smoked corned beef on the smoker, and I cooked potatoes, cabbage, carrots, and onions in the crock pot. And so, oh, nice. All right, there's our purple. Okay. What do y'all think for the green? We do have these little buds right here. Use dark and light green. We could do that. I'm gonna look at the picture on the website to see how they did this one. There's no way to bookmark your whatnot tomorrow. You just have to save it. There should be a way to bookmark it. The cutouts, I love the cutouts. They're so fun. The cutouts are so fun. Okay, so we said dark and light green. So let's go aloe. Y'all know we love aloe around here. Of course, desert cactus. Aloe, where are you? Where is my aloe? Hold on, y'all. I am searching. Eucalyptus leaf. I don't know if Maria's still here, but that's one that I pulled. Okay, here's aloe. And then let's go like medium Hauser green. I feel y'all. I understand. I get it. All right. So we're going to go. Now this is my question. Do I do like every other? I don't know. We're going to kind of just play with this. Okay, so we're gonna do the green. There are little buds on here, like right here. So I'm trying to decide, do I keep those white because they're growing into these flowers? I gotta decide what we're gonna do with these. I've got to decide. All right, so we're gonna use aloe in medium Hauser green. There's Boone. He says hello to y'all. I will also tomorrow when the show starts, I'm going to go live tomorrow over here, but when the show starts tomorrow, I will also send out a notification in the broadcast channel. So just make sure you're also in there as well. So we're going to do like kind of aloe at the top, and then we'll do more of the medium, the darker green on the bottom. And I can also put the link to the show in the comments again if you need me to. All right, we're gonna go light green here. Yep, he's right here by the window. There's literally a window to my left, and he's right there, just barking at the wind. And y'all, it's not going to be perfect, but that's okay. Now you could watercolor this. You could use watercolors to paint this, whatever you want. It just all kind of depends on the look you're going for. There's no right or wrong. You could do this on a chalkboard even and test it out there before you commit to doing it on wood. Alrighty. So let's go in with our darker green. And let's see how we do. I'm trying to, I have the transfer out in front of me as well, so I know where. That's a little difficult to see. Just a little difficult. And I know this isn't like the fun part to watch, y'all, but I promise it's gonna be cool. All right, then I'm gonna go in all right here, because when we go in and chalk back on top of this, all that detail is gonna come back. Because right now it doesn't look like it has a whole lot of detail, but it is gonna come back. Have I used? No, I've not used alcohol markers doing this. I don't think I own any alcohol markers. But it's worth a shot. You should try it. Okay. Going in right here. And just filling all of this in. You can use whatever colors you want. No right or wrong. Do what makes you happy. All right, this is like a leaf. Hi, Kim. I know this isn't the most exciting thing, but I promise when you see it at the end, you're gonna be like, holy smokes, that's so cool. Okay. All the green down here. I'm just trying to get all the greenery that I see. Thanks for hitting the heart button. I appreciate y'all. Alrighty. So now here comes the figuring out what we're going to do with the flowers. Okay, so there's what we have so far. I'm trying to decide on the flower color. Y'all said, a lot of y'all said white with, did y'all say yellow centers? Is that what, right? All right, we're gonna go in with cadmium yellow. I don't know where my replacement's right here. My replacement's right here. There's nothing left in that one. So final vote, because there are these little flower buds on the transfer. So whatever color I decide to do the big flowers is the color I'm going to do of those. Sometimes you find it hard to line up the transfer. Yeah, it just takes a little practice and it's not always perfect. Hi, John Ladd. It's not always perfect. That's why I use a lighter color to do it personally. Instead of like a darker color, because then you don't notice it as much. Okay, we're gonna go in with our bright yellow. This is our cadmium yellow. Ooh, I don't know, Stephanie, are you still here? I tried that Clean Simple Eats protein, like clear protein. I like it. It's a little sweet, but I like it. They should, but I'm going to tell you why. There's one little piece I didn't paint. The reason I didn't paint them is because majority of it's going to be chalked over. I'm not freehand panning. There is we put a transfer on here and I'm just following the lines and painting inside the lines. I bought is it the pink? It's like a pink starburst or pink something. It's a little sweet, so I think I'm going to add more water to kind of cut the sweetness a little bit. Oh my gosh, y'all. I'm sorry. I just totally just wiped my nose with my hand. Okay, just following the lines. So should we do white daisies with a yellow center? Hi, Jamie. What do y'all think about that? But no, there is a design on here that I'm following. Actually, I'm just going to paint this whole thing. I was going to paint it black, but we're going to chalk on black. We're going to chalk on top of it black, so that doesn't really make any sense too. Peach mango. I'm not a huge mango fan, but I'm going to keep trying them. Obviously, I mean, I was not expecting it to be that expensive either, but if it gets in the protein, why not, right? Alrighty. I see what you're saying. The buds of it needs to be... I see what you're saying now. Who was that? Someone said the green. Who was that? I see what you're saying. White with... Thank you, Maria. All right, we'll do white. Alrighty. Gonna just even out the paint. Okay. They have clean ingredients. Okay. Alrighty, so we're going to go in and we're just going to paint the center of our flowers. Hi, Pat Hill. And then we need to go back in with our green because I see what, I can't remember who it was saying about the buds having the green on them. Oh, I know, Miss Sonia. I'm trying. Kimberly. Miss Kimberly said it. I don't think I get my 100, and I definitely don't drink as much water as I should. But I'm trying. Okay. There's that. Utopia milk from HB. Ooh. You know, I was gonna do a Harry Potter thing tonight. I was gonna do the sorting hat. Yeah, another paint shirt. That's okay. This is an old shirt. I think I got this from TikTok, and it was like $12. So, but I need to try this Kiss Off to see if it works. I don't know if Miss Christiane is here, but I know she bought it, so I'm curious to see if it works. I think right now I'm probably doing about 80 most days, but it's hard. I am, Denise. I am. Perfect. Okay. So, who was it? I saw she said, or who was it? Miss Kimberly. Miss Kimberly said that we need to do the green. The bud should be green. Yes, I agree. Do y'all want me to do, so y'all know Chalk came out with Harry Potter stuff. Hi, Anne. Do y'all want me to do some Harry Potter stuff? I know Miss Stephanie is going to say yes. All right, we're going to go in, do the greenery on the buds. It's been a lot on TV. I would love to take a day and watch all. Oh, I know. When it's like Harry Potter weekend, where they play them back to back to back, I have that on the TV all day long. Yes, Harry Potter. Okay, we could do some Harry Potter stuff. If I were to do a Harry Potter transfer, which one would y'all want me to do? Hedwig, the sorting hat, the houses. We can do some Harry Potter stuff. And I just realized I never got any of my Looney Tunes stuff, so I've got to figure that out. All right. And then these little parts are the buds, so I'm going to just leave that the way that it is. And I see some spots where I didn't paint completely. So let me get that taken care of. Yes, Kim, that's what we were talking about. Is Stephanie recommended like clear protein where I can add it to water. And so that's what we were talking about. I bought almost all of them, so any would do. Okay. Maybe we can do that tomorrow night. Before the show. Before the Whatnot show. I'll try. If not, I will definitely I'll do something. We'll figure out when. I promise. Okay. Alrighty. I think we're good. All right, so now let's dry this. We're about done, y'all. We are about done. Let's dry this. We're going to wax it. Okay, so here's what we have. We're going to make sure that this is completely dry before we do anything. And then we got to figure out our base. But we'll do that. I might just stain that and call it a day. But we need all the paint to be totally dry before we chalk on it. Okay? Now you could do your flowers in a different color. I knew this is what I was going to do with this transfer. The moment that I saw it, I just forgot that I had planned it, y'all. Look at that. I'm gonna try this Kiss Off stuff, and I'll let y'all know. Because your girl always gets paint on her clothes. All right, we're gonna wax. Remember, you wax because we painted. Okay. Make sure, and I've been guilty of this, it's completely dry before you wax. Because if not, it's gonna smear and mess it up. Put this back where it's supposed to go. Okay. Pull out our fuzzing cloth, and we're gonna do the same exact thing again. Peel it off, save it, fuzz it. Okay. Now, if you are not a Perks member, you need to become one because you save 30% off all of the chalk stuff. And it's $20 a month. You get your 30% off, and every month you get a $20 product credit to use towards a purchase within 30 days. This month, or this week for Perks members, you can sign up and get a kit for $49, and it has a ton of like stuff in there, like over a $200 value. Plus, when you place an order of, I think, $25 or more, maybe it's $50, you get a free chalkboard. A free chalkboard. And you get $10 credits for St. Patty's Day. Write it off as a uniform. There you go. Hi, babe. He's literally just in the next room. All right, we're going to line this back up. So this is where it takes a little bit of patience. But just take your time. Don't rush it. And you'll be able to tell, like, when you're going through. So I'm going to stand up so I can kind of get above it. So I can see. Hold on, y'all. One second. Just keep moving it around until, there we go. I'm just kind of looking all over before I push it down. I think that's good enough. Okay. Now, we could chalk it in, you could chalk your outline in whatever color you want. I'm just going to go with black. Okay. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I didn't paint it absolutely perfectly. Okay. It's going to be hard to do that, but you can get the majority of it. Okay. We're going to go with our black and pull this across. Okay, like so. And just pull this all the way. Get it all covered up. That looks good. Now what I'm doing is I'm going to go through, I'm going to pick up all that extra paste that's sitting on top. Because we don't want that sitting on there because it can make it look fuzzy. And here we go. Y'all ready? And there you go. What do we think? Look how cool that is. I just love it. I love that. You could do brown. If the black is too harsh for you, you could do brown. You could do espresso. You could do gray. You could do your outline in whatever color makes you happy. Okay, let's clean this and then we'll do our base and all of that. And then I'll let y'all claim that if y'all want to. Now, if you just want to go to the website and purchase, you can. You can comment the word Daisy. The cutout is the first link in the message. So what I'm going to do with black. So here's the thing if you're working with black. If you go in with your board eraser, it's going to get all over this board eraser and it's going to be a big old mess. What I do is I spray it with water. I take a wet wipe and I wipe down all that black instead of putting it on my board eraser. Okay. Do it again. I'm just going to use my baby wipe to get off all that black that's sitting on top. Isn't that cool? The only thing I would have done a little bit differently is I would have used a lighter purple because I think the lavender looks a little dark, but I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Okay. We're going to peel this up, wipe all this off, and now we're going to clean it, okay? So spray with water. Right? Board eraser. Scrub the front. Take my baby wipe. Wipe all that off. And y'all, even though we scrub the front with it, there's black still coming off. Okay, turn it over. You're not going to use, I don't recommend using your baby wipe on the back. I have used it on the back and it's been fine. But, you know, I'm warning you. I don't recommend it. But if you do it here and there, it's fine. Okay. Wipe all this up. And then we're going to dry this guy off. Okay. And then I'm just going to stain the base of this in brown. We'll glue the base and then we are done. Okay. Wipe down the front. Looks good. Okay. Put your backer on. There's a yellow side and a white side. You're going to do the white side to sticky side. Push down. Oh, and I totally forgot to mention, Chalk did a mini launch today. Did y'all see all the new stuff? And there it is. Okay. It is stained. That's totally fine that it's stained. Black will stain, blue will stain, and red will stain. If it's the transfer is stained, it's not a big deal. Don't stress about it. All right, we're going to use brown. We're just going to use espresso, the first brown that I grabbed, and we're just going to stain the top piece. Okay? You could paint this green, you could paint it yellow, you can paint it blue, whatever you choose. Okay? Ooh. Let's dry this. Let's dry everything. Okay? And then we will glue the base together and we're going to be done. So what do y'all think? Isn't that cool? Doreen, here's the link. This is the link directly to the show. It should be. If you click on that link, it should take you directly to the show. Let me check. I'm going to click on it right here. And it takes you directly to the show for tomorrow. Click on that link. All right. So then, look at that. We're going to glue our base. Maybe. Maybe, baby. Hi, Jill. Doreen, did that link work for you? Okay. We're going to glue the second base. glue the third base. And Thomas made this thicker, so that way it actually looked like it was standing up. I don't know how to describe, like, how to, like, explain that, but that way we didn't lose part of the design of the boot for the stand. It works. Thanks, Sherilyn. Thanks for letting me know. That's okay. Hi, Brenda. Brenda, yay, your package finally made it after I went on a trip around the United States. Okay, and then I'm just going to glue the bottom one here. That's a thick old base. Just letting it set up. Okay. And there it is. And it stands up. What do we think?
Oh my God, it's so cute.
You haven't even seen it.
I could be watching out there.
See?
That looks good. That looks really good. Maria, you got to get it now. She was saying how she wanted it.
I know.
And you know how I know? Because I was watching out there.
Oh, you were?
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, babe.
You have the scale for the...
It's on top of the fridge.
It's on top of the fridge. Why would it be there?
It's because I was moving it out of the way. What do we think? So if you... Let me get in there. So y'all can see that it's not absolutely perfect. I would have done a lighter purple so this wasn't so dark over here, or you could do your top outline in a lighter color if you wanted to. But see, mine's not absolutely perfect. Like if you look right here, some of the paint is outside of the lines. It's not a big deal. It's handmade, you know? Your mom loves it too. Yay! So if you want this cutout, it is going to be, it's normally $12. I'm going to give it to y'all tonight for $10. So it's going to be $10 tonight. Just comment the number 2 and you'll get it for $10. And then you can comment the word Daisy to go grab the transfer and all of that if you don't have it already. So there's that. And then our cutout of the week is this guy. Lots of y'all snagged this one last night, but we did our cutout of the week 2 different ways. If you want this one, it is number 1, and they are $9. You get 1. Number 1 is $9. So number 1, $9, but 2 different ways. And then this one is number 2 for $10. It adds to the piece not being perfect. I agree. I agree. And yours will say spring the correct way. My camera's just not flipped. But isn't that cute? A little labor of love. You could do your rain boots in all different colors. You could do purple. You could do pink. I mean, you can do whatever you want. But that's what we have. And it's super lightweight, y'all. 2 of number 1. Perfect. So I'll just go over it one more time. Number 1 for $9. Number 2 for $10. Okay? And that's what we have. I love it. I kind of want to redo it. I think the light, whoever said I know a couple people did, like really light blue flowers would be really pretty too. Hi, Robbie. Okay, I'm going to hop off. We're going to go eat some dinner. But I think those turned out pretty cute. We'll do some Harry Potter stuff later this week, maybe tomorrow. But you can comment the word Daisy. You can go grab in that message. There will be the link to the cutout. It won't be on sale over on the website. You can grab the link to the cutout. You can grab the transfer and all the chalk stuff. And then make sure you read the important links because there's like my Amazon favorites, the link to the What Not show tomorrow, all the things, okay? All right, y'all, have a great rest of your night. I will see all of you tomorrow. I will be, since our show's at 7, I'll probably go live over on here. I got you, Miss Jill. Probably go live over on here around like 5:30. That way you have plenty of time to do what we need to do, okay? All right, y'all, have a great rest of your night, and I will talk to y'all tomorrow. Bye, y'all.